I dream of it, amongst the wild threads of history and the myriad of paths. My path saw the Imperium rise from the ashes left in the wake of the Great Revolt. Thou shalt not make a machine in the likeness of the human mind. With that commandment, new avenues of human potential were explored. Mentats, Suk Doctors, Sword Masters, and the mystical Bene Gesserit Sisterhood. But it was the Navigators and their monopoly on space travel that set the conditions for the Imperium. But I am telling you of the universe you already know. Let me describe the one you do not. In this other universe, my mother, Lady Jessica, consort to Duke Leto Atreides, gave birth to a daughter, a girl they named Ariste. Because of her obedience to the Bene Gesserit, Lady Jessica is trained as a truth-sayer. Because of that training, Lady Jessica was able to detect Dr. Yue's deception. Because of the forewarning of his betrayal, House Atreides survived the Battle of Arrakeen. Because of their survival, the Emperor declared a full-scale war of assassins. Because of the war, the Sardaukar were deployed to ensure spice shipments continued without interruption. Because of the Sardaukar, the Fremen were eradicated. There was no Muad'Dib, no Lisan al-Gaib, no Kwisatz Haderach. I see a universe where I, Paul Atreides, was never born. All my visions lead to horror, except this one. This one leads to you.
Alright, we're finally back. It only took like 10-15 minutes, but yeah, the power went out again. I thought we were good. Hours have passed since the last outage. It seems like we weren't good. Because it just shut off my computers and almost broke one of mine. But like, it wasn't starting up for a second. But we're in a better position now. But we definitely died. And hopefully our vehicle hasn't been destroyed in the process. Because that was some shite, man. We killed that dude and the game was like, nah, bruh. You weren't supposed to do that. Oh, luckily our corpse is still here. That's good. Did we collect the intel from me? Didn't even get the intel. Alright. Did we have water on our person? Oh, we should have just used the blood sacks instead. It's all good. Let's go ahead and reload this joint. You drinking something? But he definitely looked like he was drinking something. Why did that one dude die immediately? That guy took a moment. Oh, I didn't have a shield on. Stupid. Just stupid. Didn't have a shield on. That was dumb. That was dumb. Sorry. Oh man, our drill shot is damaged. Why didn't it turn my light back on? It's easy. That was easy. From the poison. Yeah, there we go.
Sector weather
Easy.
alert. A large sandstorm is approaching.
Yeah, that's the Coriolis sandstorm. We're good. Coriolis sandstorm's hitting in 4 hours. I feel like it usually hits. Only the last time I saw it land was at like 5 in the morning or something like that. Didn't know the sandstorm could be during the day. Okay, this is like the MK4 giant. I'll take that. I will take that. Thank you. This stuff isn't as important. Let's head back to base, I feel like. We need to clear out this test station over here. If I remember correctly, when I tried to fight this giant, it was actually giving me some issues. Interrogate. Alright, deliver that crisp knife. I can do that before I head back to base. It's not a direction. %. Sheesh. So it did take a little bit of damage while we were going. One said it was at like 35. figure out how I'm gonna get power went out. So yeah, the stream it crashed. Yeah, boo. You know, I tried to make a boo emote, and the game wasn't trying to fuck with me. Well, not the game wasn't trying to fuck with me, but Twitch wasn't trying to fuck with me. It was like, make the image smaller. Alright, I did that. But it was something. The image isn't square. I re-squared. Still wasn't squared. It's like, alright, bro. I ain't got time for this. We'll come back to it. Maybe I can go up that side right there. Boo. Boo them. Boo them. Boo. Boo Twitch. Boo ISPs. Boo energy providers. Boo. Boo them all. They was working on power lines earlier. I feel like the power went out at least 5 or 6 times. That might have been the 6th time today that I know about. I wasn't going to start streaming earlier when I was originally going to, because they were fucking with the power lines. And everything was cool and copacetic, and now they fucking shit up again. That sounds annoying. Very annoying. Very annoying. You know, every time I try to make an emote, I feel like somebody who's just being introduced to technology. I don't know what the fuck I'm doing on here. I need somebody to show me what to do. Still don't have this here.
Welcome back. What'll it be?
It's lights. Let me hold that. Alright. Is that all you got? Is that all you're worthy of having it? I do have those items too. Alright. We're now level 90. You're like that meme of the dog in the lab coat. Yep. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm just here because someone said, this is where I should be. Except for an Arrakis. I know what I need to do on Arrakis. When you're one of the Fremen, you know what to do. Bless the Maker and his water. I can't tell if they're building a base or if they're, I think they're building a base because there wasn't a base there the other day. You have the material to make the that type of base actually. The blast stone material requires basalt and what's the other shit? Not blast stone. Plastinium requires basalt and what is it? Desmanium, I think. Is that football? Yeah, I think that's plastinium. I think. Forgetting stuff already. Chocolate is nearby, I feel like. Oh my goodness. Don't try it. That's not a good idea. Like, buddy was right there waiting. Just waiting for us. Let's get a body. Hopefully he's not right below the sand here. Alright, we're good. If it helps any. I have no idea what materials we need, so you can literally make something up and I'll believe it. Yeah, but we're not gonna do that. We're not gonna lead anybody astray, right? Yo, why is Buddy out here? What is he doing? I don't think he's supposed to be right there. I wonder if you can hear my vehicle land on the ship if you're inside the building. Alright, let's book it. Good luck to us. Good luck to us. We need to put our radiation suit on and go to this area and see what's good over here. I know it's not no Jazzmanium over here, but might be something. Might be something. Yeah, do that. Do that, do that, do that. Put the suit on. We need to collect some etherite so we can make cobalt paste, which means we have to go down to the rift area. Our favorite location. Not. Or what's the game not rendering? What the fuck? This shit looks like Minecraft right now. What's happening? Game? Okay. We're back in action. Don't know what that was about. I don't know what that was about. Sims 3 graphics. For real though. God, it's been such a long time since I played The Sims. Sims 2 long? I think I might have played... Did I play Sims 3? I think I played Sims 3. But Sims 2 was definitely a long time. Because Sims 3 lets you go to the gym, like send them to the gym, like it was in the city area, I think, right? You could send them to the gym. Is it stuttering? I'm out of ammo. That's preposterous. Sims 3, you can see them traveling. Yeah, okay. Sims 4, you can just pick where they're going, and it loads when you're there. Okay, no. I don't think I've really played Sims 4. Sims 4 is when they started having all those mods and shit added to the game, I think. Yeah, I remember seeing you could go to the gym or something like that. You send them to the gym. Then they would get tired. They want to go home. They piss themselves at the gym, just like everywhere else. They complain about being hungry. But as you can see, I was obviously starving myself. Get to work. Get back to work. That's not what I want to put in there. Oh. Attack Ornithopter. Trying big as shit. That was a... Okay. The thrusters. Could add the thrusters on there. You've used your poor Sims? Yeah, my Sims were used like crazy. I did my best to take care of them. My best. I did a great job building up their houses. They were living lavishly. What do you mean no items for refueling? Oh, maybe you don't use... No. Okay, I just never picked it up. Alright. You can pick it up. Okay. Next. Refuel again. Bro, this trying to take so much fuel. Can I have fuel up here? Give me this. I can't take this. Bro, this shit is broken. Oh, no, let me back out. Alright, there we go. Because they're so meticulous about your base in this game. The house building tracks. Yeah. See, I wish it tracked in this joint. Like, if it linked up like that in this, it'd be all over. You're going crazy with it. They don't. It's so sad. Like, what am I supposed to do? What am I supposed to do? 213. How long is this going to take, though? 1 hour and 46 minutes. That's crazy. It takes an hour and 46 minutes for that, right? But this joint? Oh, well, it's only 4. I did like 200 in this joint, and it took like 15 minutes. It was crazy. In real time. Not game time. Real time. It is crazy. So you know you spend a lot of time on a game. It's like playing a Tiny Tower. Tiny Tower for real. Actually, let me check on the fuel of these wind turbines for real. I haven't repositioned them like I'm supposed to. Okay. Guess we'll just manually go to them. it seems like it's time to refuel. So I guess we'll convert this to some fuel here. And when I say some, I'll say all of it. I'll say it for you. Sheesh! Yeah, for real though. That shit is crazy. Next. We got some bodies to put in the depth still. Didn't pick this up. Didn't I get like a 10 giant or something like that? 1,000. Here it is, 10,000 giant. Maybe this is the wrong one. This is also the wrong one. Here it is. We got these large ones. Where did they go though? Here we go. Here we go. Then we can put one of these mediums in here. Yep. So we don't need more than 5, bro. Especially if this one's carrying 15,000. Definitely don't need more than that. We can actually swap out one we have. This giant. Put this Gatling gun in here. Next, drop the light darts off. Then, is there anything else? Why does this not auto go to what's in my pocket? Alright. And then, we need to repair some stuff. Badly. Oh, cobalt paste. I actually need cobalt paste for that. For that stuff. That's actually... Oh, we need ore aluminum for that? Oh my goodness. We actually might have to go... collect the cobalt paste immediately. Because we have not... We're not able to repair anything. So I just built those 3. Excuse me. What am I doing? Piece. Randomly getting tired. Always. What the fuck? Oh, this game be tripping sometimes. Oh wait, what am I doing? I could have just gone to the sub-thief and split it evenly instead of what I'm over here trying to do. There we go. Nice soup. Can I get a nice soup? So I need to make a emote for nice soup and boo. Somebody boo this man. Boo. Interest requires 60. That's crazy. Crazy. Chop, chop. Chop, chop, motherfucker. Rocket launcher. That carries 20,000. You can have one of these. It carries 20,000, bro. Even the buggy can have rockets. Sheesh. Everything can have rockets except for the what's that thing called? Sandbike. Ran through like 450 intel just now. Nice, nice. Oh, I can get the level 3s. Bro, don't even know. Get this next for real. Oh yeah, put rockets on everything. Everything. Rockets in your pocket. Rockets on the buggy. Rockets on the Thopters. Rockets on what am I missing? Thopters with an S. So I guess we're not really missing anything for real. Rockets on your sword. Rockets everywhere. Rockets in your guns. Rockets in your shoes. Rockets in your steel suit. Come on now. Rockets on Shahulu. This joint definitely looks like it has boosters on the back. Rockets on this joint, I start shooting at him. Oh my goodness. I forgot all about that. He doesn't need rockets. Rockets on your helmet. Oh, Shahulu don't need rockets? You sure? I feel like Shahulu could use some rockets. He can put some work in with some rockets. You don't think he can put some work in with some rockets? He could do something with that. He might need that. He might get tired of moving around so much. He might want to stay put and just shoot some rockets. Like when they're climbing up on the rocks, like when they get like right here, they think they're safe and shit, and he just pulls the rockets out. Yeah, that'd be the game ending for him. You wouldn't be able to get anywhere. Good. Good. The Arrakis. Oh man, story time. I interrupt this Dune gameplay progress. I interrupt this Dune gameplay broadcast to bring you Dune canon. So after the God Emperor of Dune book 4 and the Thousand Sons of Idaho and what is it? Thousand Sons of Idaho and Nine Daughters of Siona or something like that. Get scattered across the lands. They later on in the storyline, the Arrakis that reappears or not reappears or like goes back through the cycle after Leto dies. Because in God Emperor of Dune, it's a water planet, essentially. It's a very full of life planet. The Sahara Desert, or not the Sahara Desert, but the deep desert is reduced down to a certain amount of space, pretty much where only Leto is allowed access to, where he can traverse the sands like a sandworm. And it's definitely a large area, but he somehow has it enclosed. Like, it's actually pretty crazy. Like, pretty crazy. Like, you enter from, based on the story, you enter from like a building, like a so to say a temple is like a building, and you go down to the bottom, which takes you to the desert, and it's like inside, but it's not inside. It's like endless miles because this nigga's traveling for like days, or at least takes Siona like they travel for at least like 4 or 6 hours, some shit. That's like miles because he's in like sandworm form. So they're traveling like miles and miles, and she's gotta like walk her way back to survive with him. And that's the test. Sandworm form? Yeah. Leto the Second, Paul Atreides' son, Leto the Second. Takes on the Sand Shroud in book number 3, which is Children of Dune, to set humanity on the golden path. And that golden path is what helps humanity evolve in a way to fight the war at the end of the world, which is Kralazak. But it keeps them what do they call it? It keeps them out of the prescient vision. So he essentially takes over the Bene Gesserit breeding program and breeds it with the Atreides DNA countlessly. Essentially merging all the bloodlines, but the main one is Atreides, and making it so the future generations disappear from prescient visions. And anyway, the sandworm form. So he takes on that sand trout at Jakarutu when he's about to get killed, and he sees this as the only option. He doesn't realize it's going to take over his body, but it takes over his body, and this is how he becomes Shaitan, or gives off the facade of being Shaitan. God Emperor of Doom, novel number 4 is A1. Probably the best novel, in my opinion. The original series, for sure. Is he a shapeshifter? No. He's actually in worm form. So his body starts to change. He lives for over 3,500 years because of the sand trout that's covering his body. His body essentially assimilates with the sand trout and then starts to become obsolete. So, like, at the point in the book, he has hands, but they're more like fins because he doesn't really use the hands to move around. Like, he just has people serving him, pretty much. Or he can do stuff, but he's a giant sandworm. Or he's not as big as the regular sandworms, but he does grow to be like, whoo! I want to say at least like, I don't know how much 8 meters is, But I feel like that's not even the size he is. He might be like 8 meters wide. I mean, I could just look it up on the internet instead of trying to find it in book. Maneo. I also like to remind everybody that this man started this series way before. This man died in 86, right? He already had book number 6 out, or novel number 6 out. So we had the series essentially finished. Well, it didn't close out the story until his son wrote the next 2 books, but he had enough background information for his son to go ahead and write more. It's always a tricky situation when another writer takes over, but he did a good job of staying close to his dad's writing style. Can I find the... So at the end of book number 3, when Leto takes over the Sand Trout, he starts to get different abilities pretty much. He's able to run at an incredible speed, where he describes it as he can't quench the thirst or the hunger that he's experiencing, so he starts to run. And that's the way his body is essentially dealing with the coming changes that are taking over his body. He pretty much gets like... he turns into a wolf. He has little tails. People think that his like bodily forms or his human forms actually make a difference, but according to him, it doesn't make a difference. So people have like tried to shoot off his legs and hands with like a laser gun, which they have done, but he just played it up as a facade of it causing him damage, but it didn't cause him any damage. Because the Sand Trout essentially took over his body, or assimilated with his body, his entire body he considers as a brain, pretty much. He dies like a worm, too, in the end. Just spoiler alert. He dies like a worm. Well, Siona drowns him, as they do in Fremen lore. The drowning of a worm. Which is foreshadowed in, like, book number 1, when Jessica goes underneath the, or takes the poison to become a Reverend Mother when entering the Fremen tribe, or the Fremen siege. Which also, in turn, makes Aaliyah an abomination. A premature baby who's fully cognizant. I know too much about this Dune universe. After you said what happens at the end of, like, 3 books. Yeah, literally. But I think the foreshadowing wasn't specifically meant for that part, because they talk about that in multiple instances throughout the story, but it's definitely a thing, and it's most definitely how Leto died. But they talked about how it was like a horrible, like when she had the prescient situation, when she had the prescient vision, she could see someone drowning a worm. Obviously, you don't know that it's your grandchild, because he no longer takes on a human form, so you can't really tell for sure. And he's drowning like in a river, but that's pretty much how you drown a worm. You drown them in water. Even though the worms essentially make the desert and make the worms, the sand trout makes the spice melange, which essentially comes from the worms, but it's a circle. It's a circle. It's a circle. All right. I interrupt this Dune book lore situation. Say nothing. I had you for a second, didn't I? Free Dune. Become with the Dune people. Become a Duner? That sounds a little too close to Gooner. Alright. Let's we're gonna make 2 of these. so we can replace 2 of the medium bags and not have to carry those. Because the medium bag is 9,000, these are 15. So replace 2 medium bags, we're adding actually, I'm sorry, bad math, 12,000. That's 30,000. 2 of those are 18, yeah, 12,000. Very good, very good. I hope you appreciate all this Dune information. I really do my best out here to retain all this information just for y'all. Looks like Atreides is currently winning, or ahead, maybe. He's slacking in the water department. Memorized the plot of the books way before this game came out. Oh yeah. I was a Dune fanatic already by the time this game even came across my table. And I found out this Dune was coming out. Because we used to play, hold on a second, let's bring it up. Because this is also by Funcom. Where's, Spice Force. We used to play Dune Spice Force too. Which is like I don't know if you've seen this by StarCraft or not, but it's like a 4X RTS base building, but also like it's PvP and PvE. I don't really know how to describe it. 4X games, like when you have you're not in the fight, you're the overhead view, like essentially strategist view, and you're controlling bases and armies and whatnot. This is fun. This is a good game. However, PvP matches took like an hour, that are generally like an hour at minimum. And as you see, we don't have as much game time on this than we do of something else. This game has been running lately, so these numbers might be inflated. It might be like 200 playtime hours for real, but pretty inflated. Oh, also, let's check to see what this man's looking like, because he's definitely been playing more than we lately. Oh, still less than us. That's all that matters. Yeah, like the I wanted to do. I mean, I still could. I was originally thinking about doing like videos on the movies and the Sisterhood series, HBO TV series, about how they differentiate from the books. There's a lot of information you could pack into there, like is the storyline. Obviously, I've said this before, but when you're 21, 22 books in, there's a lot of information in the background storyline that may not have been originally thought of. Maybe, who knows what notes Frank Herbert actually left, and that Brian Herbert's actually using, and then what's being made up. But like there's a lot of information that just goes into even just those 3 situations. I know there are other Dune movies prior to the recent ones, but for part 1 and part 2, and then the Sisterhood show, and then this game, obviously, they said they take a slightly different direction. They have some part of the lore still in here, but they took a different direction where we are in this current Arrakis. But yeah, like the movies, they're making Jessica look crazy, talking to her stomach, even though in that point in the book, Aaliyah is already a fully cognizant premature baby that everyone calls abomination, that countless people are trying to kill. She does end up getting taken over by the Baron later on, but it was a sad day. She took her own life though to kill her and the Baron. So to give you background context, of course, because you're like, wait, didn't the Baron die in the first movie? That does happen. The Baron does die. However, the Baron is, because Aaliyah is a premature abomination. She has, you know how the Bene Gesserit have all the past women's lives? She has all of the lives of her ancestry. So she has all the Reverend Mothers, but then she also has her parents' lineage, which the Baron is her grandfather. Didn't know that. That's how they found out. I mean, Paul knew because he saw it in one of his little prescient moments too. But Jessica didn't know. And when you're an abomination, they it's not really an abomination, but when you have those memories inside, because they always let you have their full lives from start to finish. So she had her like mother's life and everything, like all their feelings, everything they went through. So males could understand like childbirth essentially. That's how Leto understood it anyway. That's how he was justified some of his changes that he was. But anyway, let's back it up a little bit. Aaliyah, right, had these other lives in her head, and when you grow frightened, or you're scared, or you're seeking someone's guidance or whatever, they might show up more likely. They're there all the time, but they kind of just like can get pushed back from the person's mental fortitude, or they can use them like to help benefit themselves. But those same memories can try to take over your mind, and kind of like how people with like the movie Split, where one of the personalities comes to the forefront. It's kind of like that, except it's that other person's past life. So the Baron was taking over her mental capacity in her body, and essentially making her take a back seat because she was scared to do certain things because she wasn't really. There's who was going to guide her. Who was going to guide her? She was really the first prescient baby. Well, not prescient, but prescient baby for real, who was growing up in Muad'Dib's jihad. You know, billions of lives were killed across the universe. Sorry, be right back. It's all good. I'm just going to continue my spiel anyway. Maybe I'll cut this out and clip it and add it somewhere, maybe. But yeah, she does live a little while. Like, she's doing her own thing. I don't mean to say the same like day after she comes out the womb and she's walking around, she's getting taken over. This takes like years to happen, and she at first thinks that she can like keep the Baron under control. No, it doesn't have his carnal ways and his ability to persuade her and take over her body is crazy. But the Baron also, right? So this is the second time the Baron shows up in the storyline. Because the first time is himself, second time is in his taking over Aaliyah form, and then the third time is later on in book number after Chapter House of Doom, right? Which is book novel number 6. After Chapter House of Doom, which is novel number 6, the Baron gets brought back as a Gola and thinks that he's going to be essentially, what do they call it? The Kwizaksara, essentially. But he's used for another purpose, which he didn't realize he was going to be somebody's damn what's that shit called? Somebody's damn tool to further someone else's lifespan. My coworkers are so needy. Hey, they need you. They need you. They need you. It's a good time. Dune is a great universe to be in. Like, people who don't read I'm always so surprised. Because, like, you can watch something and you can be, like, visually stimulated, but, like, to be able to read and to feel all those same emotions while also visualizing what's on the text, because they never add everything from the text to. You missed a bunch of what I just said, though. I know. What was the last thing you heard? Maybe I'll even revisit that. The Baron takes over Aaliyah as she gets older. His second attempt to try to wipe out Paul Atreides and the family lineage. Let's go back or something. But the good thing is, I did keep rapping. So it is on the. It was a lot of things. Yeah. I did keep rapping. So it's all on YouTube in one bunched up bubble. So realistically speaking, maybe I'll be able to clip it or something and do something with it later. But what is it? The Baron takes over a lead. Essentially. Sorry. The Baron takes over Aaliyah after a certain amount of time. It's not like right away, but it's like years in the making, pretty much. Because she's growing up in Muad'Dib's jihad. She doesn't really have guidance from her mother because Jessica's back on Caladan. And she's trying to essentially parent Leto II and Ganima, which is Leto's twin sister. Maybe you should clip all your Doom synopsis together into one video. Hey, we could, for real. We could. I need to do a breakdown of the show and movies to really show the separations between the storylines. But I mean, I feel like sometimes if you just follow the story that is given, right, and then work off of that and expand on the universe, like, that's not bad. But if you just only take like certain points and then you like exasperate them to the point where they no longer follow the lore, it's kind of a blow, because you're kind of like killing your possibility of making more content. Like, you have more, I guess, because people don't really like follow through with like multiple series things. So like after like the first one, people start to drop off. Like then the second one, more, third, more. Unless it's like getting better and better, but like, come on, bro. There's so much content in the Dune universe that like 21, 22 books. That's books we're talking about. Like shows. Movies, I really don't really feel like movies do a good justice for books anyway. But shows, seasons upon seasons of stuff. I mean, it depends on what direction you want to go with the show, but you have the background information, the future information, and then the present terms of where the movies are. It's easy to make more media when you have a lot of books to go off. Exactly. That's why like animes be cooking. Because animes have so much like source material to go off of, like novels. They make shows out of book series that aren't done in the last few seasons stuff. Game of Thrones, for example, with fucking George R. Martin telling us he's not going to finish the last book now, or finish, what is it, The Winds of Winter or whatever. After people have been waiting for like 15 years or whatever for this nigga to write the fucking next book. This nigga's talking about something. At first he was talking about, oh, you just haven't had time, not feeling as inspired, and talking about, oh yeah, I'm gonna die beforehand because I'm no longer interested in writing it and I don't want to ruin the series. Like, bruh, you've ruined us. You've left us with the possibility of your cliffhanger ass book or the HBO bullshit ending series. No, he's not. He's not even trying to finish it. Yeah, he said fuck that book. He said fuck that book. It's a damn shame. But there's so much source material. You know what I'm saying? I feel like Dune, you really like you can mess it up, of course, which is kind of I feel like the route. Not particularly that they're going, but it's kind of the route they're going because I mean, some of the stuff in Dune can be controversial in our society. And I say that because we have a lot of people who just they hear words and they make it seem like it's a buzzword, like jihad. You know, there are all types of jihads. There are storyline jihads. But remember, this man wrote the fucking series, before 1986 when he passed away. Come on, bro. Wasn't even talking about jihads back then. You know what I mean? But there are some touchy subjects in the book, maybe. Some individuals wouldn't be happy about having such information. We don't give a damn about what they think. We need this. Nah, Dune series, A1, amazing. I gotta have a book club just about Dune. Only for the first year, of course. Well, first 2 years. Because I didn't, maybe 24 books. Maybe? I don't know. See the back seat in that junk? Yes, sir. Got the 2-seater. This supposedly can carry like 4 Bams. A book a month. A book every month. You know what's crazy? Like book clubs typically do a book a month. But like I know people are busy. Like if you're physically reading a book, it can take some time. Especially depending on how big the book is, because you got books that range, of course. Do I have a small book nearby? We got what is it, The Great Gatsby right here? Which is 180. Then we got is Crime and Punishment the longest book we have? Having to take a stack of books down just so you can Animal Farm is a shorty. Yeah, I guess I could have grabbed that too. That's right there on the shelf too. It was a higher up than what I could grab, but sorry, I had to take all these down real quick. But this fucking book, long as shit. This shit is. I haven't even finished this book yet. That's how fucking long this book is. This book isn't even that fucking long. It's 702 pages. It's fucking big as shit. But like, there's this, right? But then we have Crime and Punishment. Where are they? Crime and Punishment. This is a good ass story. This is a good ass story. Which also isn't that long of a book. So maybe the Sleeping Beauties is actually the longest book in this collection right now. This is only 551. But like 12. Size 12, maybe size 10 font. So much for a short book. Or so much for a short amount of pages. How long is Jane Eyre? Because Jane Eyre is like the same thickness. Damn near. Fastidious. I like. Capricious. Weird. Bungling. You can tell how I write my books because there's always highlights about words, stuff for quotes. Usually there's no notes in this one. No, there's no notes in this one. There's a lot of lines in here. That's for damn sure. It's a good story. Let's see here. Jane Eyre, we got 507. That's another reason you don't lend them out. Exactly. Exactly. When you're writing your books, you don't lend them out. You don't need nobody messing them up. You know? Now, if I could trust them with a book, right? Then maybe, just maybe, then I would allow them to read my books. I would have to set a time cap on that. And then, even then, they still don't give them back. Some books I put sticky notes in because my my little notes are going to be a little bit too long. Aragon was a good book, except I never got into the series, or I never went back and started reading the series. I don't think I've read any of the rest of these. I started this. Oh no, Lies was a good book. I was waiting for the author to drop the next book. Actually, I think it might have came out. I think it came out. Only. I read a couple pages, but I never really got that far. I have so many books. So many books. So many books. So many books and not enough time, I feel like.
Sector weather alert. A large sandstorm is approaching.
Like, all the time. We need, man, The Great Gatsby was such a good book. There were so many good books. You can't live forever. YOLO. That's what I wrote as the note. There might not be any notes really in here because I definitely read The Great Gatsby before I owned, I think, this version of the book. Trying to fill that void with anything possible. But I didn't believe it. I had no sightings of Daisy's heart, but I felt that Tom would drift on forever, seeking, a little wistfully, for the dramatic turbulence of some irrecoverable football game. Oh yeah, that must have been the moment while he was watching Tom on the horse. What is that playing that one giant? I don't know what the fuck that fucking sport is called. So many, but you can never have too many. Damn right. Now the real question is, where the fuck did I take this book from? I found it. It's getting a little dusty. We need to actually can you see this? This thing looking a little dusty. Boy, you can't really see this. Like, why is it so? Okay. No, dark truth. Better, maybe. Bro, that didn't even help. All right. It's crazy that it seems so dark in here. It's not really that dark in here. Like, I gotta go. Thanks for showing me your collection. Sad face. Sayonara. Be safe out here. Have fun. Make sure you drink water. Make sure you eat. Have a good time. And think about getting Dune, in your next collection your next audiobook, your next podcast, listen to XYZ. Hansen the this Mickey flick. Alright. Oh, we never did grab Animal Farm. How short is Animal Farm, actually? Well, we're at it. Since you did mention it. Animal Farm is Stomach Rumble. Animal Farm is 141 pages. Oh, look, there's a good amount of notes in Animal Farm. There's always highlights somewhere. Interesting. All right, let me use the restroom real quick. I'll be right back. Sorry about that. I'm gonna break a nail. Do something about it. Somebody end up cutting myself with it. How much plastone does it take to make the next one up? Yeah, I forgot I did get that lighting earlier. Oh, so you could need the agave seeds for that? That's crazy. Wait, how do you use the plastone building material? Isn't that isn't that what you need? Especially plastone to make the like black buildings? Or do you have to be Team Harkonnen for that? I don't understand. Why are you being so mean? We actually need to go mine. Man, we need to mine Jasmanium, and we also need to mine um, Etherite. So we need to go on opposite ends of the map. Go down there. We also need to go over here. Could go do this mission while we're at it. Yeah, what we could do is uh, drop the buggy off around here. Correct. And then take our ornithopter and go over here and complete that mission. Does that mean that we only have 2 Imperial testing stations we haven't cleared out yet? Just this one right here, number 117, and then we haven't cleared out. Where's the other track? Number 60. We got 2 intels right next to each other. I'm surprised there's not a testing station actually over here in Sheol. I could definitely see one like being right here. Yeah, I do have a problem. Everybody got nails. It's typically why I let them grow out. But if they break, I end up fighting them. Been holding off for a couple days on that one. That was like back for like 2 days. Now it's back to being a stub. So maybe we'll mine the Jasmanium first. Do we want to take the buggy all the way out there? We could put a like booster on the buggy and just boost our way down there. So we could go like right there. Oh, can we make the iodine pills? Because we go over there, we should have that with us so we don't die from iodine or radiation poisoning, I should say. You need agave seeds. I don't know where I got the agave seeds. Where did I get the agave seeds from? Agave seeds. Give it away there. Okay, so they're in the Oldham region, which is actually the region I just left. Investigate the rat. What is like 10 things, 14 things on this list. Okay. Is that the wreck that's in the radiation zone? That's Delphius. That's also not it. It's also not it. missing something? Wreck of the... There are parts of my map that aren't shown or something. Maybe I'm still missing some stuff. You can't survey anymore. I just need to explore, I guess. Go over there too. There's nothing with an H though. Yeah, I haven't seen anything with an H in the name. I kind of want to look it up, but at the same time, I don't want to look it up. Where is this fucking shit at? I think I already did this quest. If I remember correctly, you find the dude's body. He's dead. You're just communicating that he died in there. Village now. Okay, so you need to go to Harco Village now. Well, do I need to visit? What's his face back at the So I need to go to Air King. Do I have the transmitters? So I need to go to Air King. I also need to go to Harco Village. so long, we almost able to put a new body on the episode. Crazy. Let's drop that off. I don't need that either. It's taking up inventory space. Place my vehicle in the air, but I can't place that shit on the ground. Don't make no damn sense. That don't even make no damn sense. Sure, loot is nearby. Okay. It's stuttering over there. I don't know why I did that.
Can I fly you somewhere today? Atreides and their warlord. Alright, so just music to my ears. Well, the Harkonnens. Oh, alright.
They charging 4,000 now. It really don't matter to me how much the Harkonnens are charging. So I'm saying we're charging more than 5,000. That's fine by me, but 4,000 is crazy. It went up from 2,500 with the Atreides to 4,000. I guess just some money hungry, eh? Decrease, huh? Easy. It's like it's only like it actually. Well, House of Goon and Goon Awakening are the top 5 of the Harkonnen track contributors. We stopped like focusing on building all this equipment and shit. Probably have our in-game shit already. Exclusive vehicle import rights. Access to a Lance Rod vehicle commander. 17 versus 1. Lance Rod session ends in 4 hours. Fucking crazy. Fucking crazy. It's 4:30 now. It went from being like 2 something to 4:30. That's crazy. That's also crazy. All right, give me 1 second. wasn't telling me that again. He wasn't as pale as the rest of them.
Hello. If you're planning to head out to collect spice, I have all that you need.
But he's selling that joint at 120,000. But you ain't got shit I need, bro. You hitting heads for those prices.
You're back.
I am. But you already knew I had the book, so why you even acting funny?
At last. Let me see it. I wasn't sure that you would come. Yes, you have. Your loyalty is unexpected and welcome. That doesn't really concern you, and the less you know, the better. Fine. Perhaps you have a point. What do you wish to know?
Damn right.
My name is Jocasta Cleo, and truth be told,
Bro, we already know
I
what
am
her
no
name is.
longer of the Sisterhood. Without getting into detail, my exile from the Sisterhood found me on the Sanctuary planet, Tupil. Only the Spacing Guild knows its exact location, so travel to or from Tupil requires their compliance. Yes. Especially so when you are stranded with no currency. For a long time, I did nothing other than pursuing my research on bloodlines. I'm sorry. While the Sisterhood has turned its back and cast me out, I still believe in their mission and cannot betray their secrets. That's just their way. One mustn't take it personally.
You should take it personally.
I'm not ready to betray their secrets just yet. But you make a good point. Let me consider that for a while. You're back. Yes, you have shown unexpected aptitude. If only you had been trained from pre-adolescence, the Sisterhood would make good use of you. Thus far, you have learned to control your body and mind. Now, you must use them in concert to see. With your muscle training, you will detect the slight shift in air pressure to know a nearby door has opened. With a focused mind, you will detect the variations in a person's voice and comportment to reveal their emotional state or potential deception. Working together, your heightened senses allow you to see the unseeable and know the unknowable. Now, focus. Very good. Your third eye has opened, and with it, a new world opens as well. Continue training and you will be a formidable presence. But for now, take your leave while I examine Kind's lexicon. Do what you must to discover who has issued the contract against me and report back.
Oh, so she wants me to do some more work. Okay.
You're back.
Vehicle
I've not
vendor,
seen you
right?
before. Pray, what can you want from me?
What is reputation level 3? We definitely don't need all shit on photos, that's for sure. We don't like that motherfucker. We don't like him in the books. We don't like him here. Well, I guess we should pay our imperial tax.
You're back. I'm afraid that's a matter you would have to take up with the Imperial In most cases, you would simply be given additional time to pay, or be remanded to a local debtor's prison. Unfortunately, that second outcome mostly equates to the... Apparently, the pox is rife within the dungeons, and one is not expected to survive very long. So pay those taxes.
I don't know whose is who. I'm assuming this is his. And this is mine. How is mine unpaid 10,000? Because mine's such a big base. Alright, then I'll pay his, which is 6,000 for real. 7,000. So I had 28. I paid 10. So damn near another 10. Sheesh, 20 bands.
Can I fly you somewhere today?
Start going to
Music
Aerokeen
to
now.
my ear. Atreides and their war levies. Look, I can get you there, but I want a little extra for... All right.
I wonder, is that what the carrier ornithopter looks like? It's crazy when you spend so much time at Harco Village that you hear the chattering in the background from Airkane, but you you hear all that, but I can still hear the people screaming at Harco Village.
You're back. I've been looking for you, Boot. Where the hell have you been? Oh, let me see. Oh, this is very good work, Boot. Very, very good. Allow me some alone time with my prize, and I will reward you with training.
You sound like a fiend.
You're back. You're not a trooper yet, Boot. And you owe me some technology that bloody works. Nothing you recovered worked. Every slave transmitter is key to a specific model of implant. And none of the transmitters you found were key to anything useful. I got mad and smashed them all. Then it isn't a total loss, Boot. I'll train you, but you'll have to find more transmitters. I'm working on it. Come back later, and we'll see what my...
She's some bullshit.
You're back. All right, Boot. No. If I tell you something's wrong, Boot, something's wrong. My guy's a professional, unlike you. Nothing that can't be fixed with the right bloody transmitter. My head is pounding. Well, look who started paying attention. Gold star, Boot. Gold star. Yes, I have an implant, but my body is slowly rejecting it. The process is excruciating, but can be managed somewhat with a remote transmitter. I have a guy with the smugglers called Tuco. Been tracking servo sim transmitters for me. Till he went dark. That's exactly what you're going to find out, Boot. The coordinates are in the contract. If Tuco isn't there, you're going to have to find Anushka Hanavar at her bar. She takes orders for the local black market. If anyone knows where
was essentially a friend.
It's her. Order a Kirana brandy with a Sidrit twist, and she'll know you're cool. As always, the details are in the contract, Boot.
I don't fuck with you. I don't know how to get access to the quest, the other quest I have. It's supposed to be search that guy's room.
Salutations. What?
There's no door at the bottom that goes there. It just takes me over here. Can you hear me now? All right, cool. Yeah, my gaming PC crashed. Not entirely sure why, but well, it didn't crash. It restarted, to be exact. I'm saying it crashed because I don't know what the fuck about it was doing. Restarting all of a sudden. I don't know who gave her permission to even think about restarting. You know what I mean? I don't even know what the fuck we were doing just now. We were in the building, right? I think we were in Air King. Sheesh. I've actually played more hours of Doom than I have Smite 2 already. That's crazy. I feel like I was playing Smite 2 for a good minute. Guess that was only really like a couple weeks for real.
I dream of it, amongst the wild threads of history and the myriad of paths. My path saw the Imperium rise from the ashes left in the wake of the Great Revolt. Thou shalt not make a machine in the likeness of the human mind. With that commandment, new avenues of human potential were explored. Mentats, Suk Doctors, Sword Masters, and the
So, I don't think you can do anything over here.
Apologies, but I am only authorized to deal with officials of House Atreides, or the...
You strike me as someone with something to offer the great House Wallach. I have a sense for thee. My name is Vera Vogue. I'd ask you, not as many find our motto is God, Imperium, House. We enjoy a rich history as renowned conquerors. House Wallach attained its name and titles 5 millennia ago. The house's founder was a former Bursik general of the Imperial Sardaukar. To this day, scions of Wallach are sent to be trained by the Sardaukar. House Wallach was once preoccupied with the glory of battle, but has mellowed in recent history, taking a more nuanced approach. There is no better place to perch and sample the intrigues of this contentious planet.
You were expected. Don't look so shocked. As the Duke's master of assassins, I must know the movement of every grain of sand in Arrakeen. You are free to roam the city as you please. Cause no trouble, and you'll never have to acquaint yourself with the more disturbing aspects of my title. I'm afraid I am a very busy man, unless you have something...
Submit. Goofy Howard. Goofy Howard. Excuse me. He did not let me do that before.
Greetings. May the tyrant worm bless you. May your fluids honor him. May we all be drained of doubts and the poisons of a sick society.
Let's go look at the paperwork right in front of it. That's crazy. Gotta go back to Harcourt Village. Well, hot day. Where's the wreck of the Hippolytus? Hippolytus?
Can I fly you somewhere today? Music to my ear. Well, the Harkonnens loved it. Oh, alright.
It's a little bit cheaper. So I'm traveling for a third time. I guess they wanted to make it a little bit cheaper. Or maybe it's more expensive at night. It was $4,000 at night. It was $2,500 just now during that day. Because is it always $4,000 when traveling from the Andrew? It's $2,500 to travel from Arakin to Harcourt Village. It's pretty close together.
Sector weather alert. A large sandstorm is approaching.
Sustentor, for you are the foundation upon which House Harkonnen builds its empire. Together we shall conquer all adversaries. Sands of uncertainty, House Harkonnen stands firm as the bedrock of stability.
Welcome back.
That's a special drink. Fresh cedric juice is hard to come by on Arrakis. Was there anything else with that? You're the second one looking for Tuco in the past week.
I don't know and I don't want to know. I've got enough drama in my life dealing with the Harkonnens. Same thing I'm gonna tell you. Most of my clientele don't want to be found. And I don't ever ask. Half the Blackhearts in the basin know the passphrase. That and a Solari will get you a cup of cup. Kara sent you, huh? I warned her about dealing with Tuco. He's as greasy as it gets. Tuco must have finally ripped off the wrong mark, and they want him dead. It's actually surprising it took this long. Tuco's a slippery bastard. Won't be easy if he doesn't want to be found. See that room at the back? Normally, I would advise anyone and everyone to stay the hell out of there if they like the skin on their bodies. It's a Samuti lounge. The smugglers use it to coordinate their Harko operations. He doesn't have a choice if he wants to avoid pissing off Fenring any more than he already has. The smugglers keep a ledger in there to coordinate dead drops. Tuco's in that book somewhere. If you want to find him, you need to walk into that back room like you belong there and check the book for yourself. It's written in code, of course, but if you can look it over and report back, I may be able to figure out where Tuco is holed up.
This ain't nothing new. I'm in here all the time now.
Welcome back. That's a special drink. Was there anything else with... Well, this is just an informed guess, but I'm pretty sure that code refers to a dead drop on top of one of the rock spires in Jabal Ifrit.
Can I fly you somewhere today? Music to my ear. The basin is a pretty big place. Mir's place? Doctor's.
They go. Excuse me. Less than make your hand as water. Less than come in and go on. May his passage cleanse the world. May he keep the world for his people. Not gonna render? What's happening? They're on the wrong side.
I've been thinking about the files we pulled from that last testing station. Yes, that's the one. The mnemic film contained the logs and inventory of the station. But after careful inspection, I believe it has been altered. Not somebody. Kynes. I think Kynes was altering the records in the testing stations. That's the puzzling part. By all accounts, Pardo Kynes was an excellent Imperial servant. But what of his child? So little is known. Cyprian Io has denied me access to Kynes' research. But what do we really know about Liet Kynes? Just that they died. But what if we could speak to someone who had met them? Someone who was important to you. That's it. We can use the houses to bypass Cyprian. Yes, exactly. Though, I doubt we have the political clout to gain an audience with the Duke Atreides or the Baron Harkonnen. But an adjunct? Kynes wouldn't have just spoken to anybody. It'd have to be someone high-ranking. Thufir Hawat or Peter de Vries springs to mind.
They want me to travel back to Arrakeen
You probably
again.
only need to
Bro, all I
speak
did was just travel back and forth just now. We're gonna turn to the same place again for a second time. It's the Harko Village to Arrakeen. Back to Harko Village to go back to Arrakeen. Well, I came here to Griffin's Reach, only to be sent back to Arrakeen. Praise. At least we knocked some missions out the way now.
Can I fly you somewhere today? Music to my ears. Atreides and their war levies. Look, I can get you. All right.
Everybody, let's go. Come on, you can do it. Come on, let's get to it. Where are we going? Arrakeen. Where are we going? Arrakeen. Where are we going? Arrakeen. Let me do that. Now we need to go speak to Thufir Hawat. Thufir Hawat. Once again. Once again. If the Baron had his way, all of this would be destroyed. All of these people here will be massacred. The Baron is a savage beast, the Beast Raban. Is his nephew? It's crazy. We just spoke to him when we were just here.
Unless you have something compelling. I don't have many informants out in the Haga Basin, but I know you've been working with Derek Chinara. So I'll answer your questions about Kynes in return for some information about your friend Chinara. Yes? Then here is my first question. Does Derek Chinara have any affiliation with the Harkonnen? Thank you for the information. Ask your question about Kynes. Arrogant, wild, deeply intelligent, able to slip my spies at will and feign nonchalance. Kynes didn't care about our war. Not until the Fremen got caught in the crossfire. It was as if Kynes had a different agenda altogether. But
made it back
now
before
I
you
believe
ended.
it is my turn.
You did.
Derek Chinara is interested in the Imperial testing stations. Why? That's an old dream. Buried
So with
long
these
ago.
deception
It explains
comments.
his interest in the
I'm
ecological
sorry, this
testing
character is
stations, though. Now,
led
ask
by
me your
honor.
next question. Kynes would never say, not the spice. Maybe
Except for when it comes to the
anthropological work with the
Harkonnens.
Fremen.
Honor
Kynes was
would
always with them.
never
And
choose them.
applying my mentat faculties to it, I see a large probability that whatever Kynes was researching was near Sietch Tarl in Haga Basin. Movement but that's not the bargain.
I still
A
skip one line.
question for a question. And here is mine. Why are you helping Derek Chinara? Well, learning is never to be discouraged.
You're
Still,
goddamn right.
Since there is more than that. Never mind. Let me tell you about Sietch Tarl. It's a Fremen place, though long destroyed by the Sardaukar. The Sietch itself was destroyed in the battle, but the entrance still exists. In Haga Basin, north of Misa Tiril, where the Udum meets the shield wall. That's all that remains of Kynes and Sietch Tarl. I'm afraid I am a very busy man.
Had another line right there. Hmm. Did we not see that other line? There was another line. I clicked it. Answer my questions. You only asked 2 questions. Think of more questions. I have more questions. More. I have more. More.
Can I fly you somewhere today? Music to my ears. The basin is a pretty big. Mir's place? Thopters.
Back and forth. Back and forth. Back and forth. Back and forth. You should have stabbed it if you didn't want to answer your questions. I couldn't. It won't let me pull out weapons there. It won't even let me use my abilities. They want to make sure I don't even give off the facade of being able to do damage or to cause a problem. Nah, it's lame. Because when I be in Harco Village, I'm like, I gotta take out some of these brims. All that screaming they got going on in there. It's crazy. It's crazy. By the time I got the Era King, I had gotten so used to all them bandits in themselves screaming that I didn't even realize it was a different sound effect. At Era King, it sounds like people talking. Versus people screaming in agony in prisons.
It's always good to see you. Then you spoke to one of the houses? What did you learn? Siege Tarl? It's not somewhere I've heard of. Did you go there? Did you find anything? A shame. If you find the time to visit, we might find some understanding of Kynes' work.
If you don't go.
I have so much to do here. No, of course not. I'm starting to wonder if it is worth it. All this running around. I came here to work with Kynes. Now I'm just an errand boy for a spoiled rich noble. You're right. Of course you're right. It's easy to lose sight of anything higher. Surviving is hard enough. Listen, thank you. And not just for pulling me out of danger time and time again. Just let me know if you find
This motherfucker. He deserved that comment. He deserved more than that. Now you want me to go searching?
It's always good to see you, friend.
Where's this siege? Oh, it's over here. I see. I see. So many quests. So we really need to go over here towards the rift. Get that etherite. So we can get the cobalt paste. And we'll probably do this. We'll drop the buggy off in the rift. We'll go here with the ornithopter. That's the play. That's the play. Is it smarter to just fly to the anvil or the Griffin's Reach and be teleported over here and then fly there? Or is that like damn near the same distance if I just, or maybe it's farther if I'm going here, getting there and then going over there? That might actually be farther. Yeah, because I think, yep, that might be farther by technicality. Jack crazy. I still can't get over the fact that this man was like, man, I don't know if it's really worth it going all this back and forth traveling everywhere. You ain't doing none of traveling. I'm doing all this work for you. But he was saying it like he was doing anything. If anything, he was getting in the way. He got caught, got put in a slaver's cage. He got his boss destroying all the research. Let's see here. He almost got killed by some scavengers. I feel like there was also something else. Actually, this finally finished. That's crazy. But we still need to get Jasmanium because we can't make any more Duraluminum because we don't have any more Jasmanium. Amazing. Legit amazing. So should we focus the quests? Or should we focus the... do some mining now? So we can go over here and collect just enough whatever our ornithopter has. Drop it off. Let that shit mine. And then we can do the quests. Let's see, we're gonna mine Aetheryte with a buggy. And then over there. Or we're gonna mine the Aetheryte second. What is this? That's the Syndicate. We might do that. I'm gonna try to get to this. I'm gonna just fly over to that. No point risking buggy in any of this. Yeah, I could fly to this and that while leaving the buggy in the rift area. Alright, let's just Jasmanium first. Then we'll go towards the rift area. You should get someone to mine for you so you can just do quests. It'd be nice, right? Somebody, please. Please, get on this game. Or purchase this game. And if you don't have a PC, get a PC. Build a PC. Get this game. Get on here. Mine for me, please. Mine for the guild, not for me. You know? All these things that I'm making up for the guild. Mine for the guild. While I focus the quests. So we can further the stream. Yes. 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 Does that pass? Does that work? Was that a good try? Or do I need to go in a little bit more? Now we're going to fly over there. Don't plan on, we haven't even used the steel tent. We just built it so we could complete the quest. Get the Jasmanium. Then we get the rift side. Look at all this water. I've been drinking all this water. This ain't never been so clear. I'll be in water. We half full right now. We slacking. Slacking. We need some more death stills for him. Need some more death stills. For real. Tell them they can't spell guild without you. Hey. Hey. And also, you can't spell guild. You can't spell guild without you. Me. Chop, chop. Chop, chop. Actually, hold on a second. Before we get all reckless out here, let's be a little schmuck. Gotta be a little bit schmuck. Maybe a little schmuck. Be a little bit schmuck. Do we have? We should have. You know what? I believe what I did was I moved them, right? Okay. There's nothing even in here. How sad are we? Ouch. But you gotta take a shortcut in your own build. But you made this shit too nice. start lighting up like that? It's so random. We need 72. Then we don't. Then we need a cobalt paste. If you get mad, if you get a med kit, I'm gonna lose my mind. And I get no med kit. Headed back for a med kit. We need that. Come on now. Say it with me now. We need that. We need that. What we do need is some of them iodine pills. But we don't have, what are we missing? Agave seeds. We only have 5 agave seeds. You need 10. And I don't know how many pills you get off it. The iodine pills help speed up the nullification of the radioactivity or the radiation poisoning. And then what's the other thing? It also makes you like temporarily immune or something like that, a little bit longer or something. There's like some side effect, extra side effect that kicks in outside of it just going away faster. Instead of me telling you, I could just show you. Further shields the body from exposure when used with a radiation suit. Excuse me. Oh my goodness. I can't find this this shit that it says on the quest here. The wreck of Epitaeus. I could be saying that wrong, but it's not on my map. I don't know where I'm supposed to go to find that. I don't know if there's actually an area I haven't seen. I just haven't noticed. Or if the game is telling me I need to be farther ahead by now. What? Good efficiency. Oh my goodness, why did I do that? Ready to go right now. Give me the green light. Just give me one time. I'm ready to go right now. Does the radiation do anything to your vehicle? Not that I know of. I've put the ornithopter in the radioactive goo, radioactive sludge, and it doesn't look like it takes any extra damage or anything like that. I've used it to stand on top of it. This seems like one of those instances where I might actually need to demonstrate such abilities. Will this drop me into the liquid? Should be alright. Alright. You know, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. You know what I mean? They really make you have to grind, though. Whole game of grind. Oh, the ornithopter can handle it. Ornithopter trying to get up out of there. Like, get me out of here. Is this train gonna break? What's happening? Bro, I didn't get nothing good off of that. I got like 10 off that. There we go. Do. Hey, July is tomorrow. Park it right in that nuclear sludge. As long as it doesn't cause me any damage where I park it, I'm good. But if I try to like land it in the middle of sludge, I believe I'm gonna take damage. I will take damage. Maybe not the vehicle. It doesn't automatically hit you with damage, but it's pretty much automatic damage. You immediately get like an increase on your radiation exposure, and I think it pretty much fills it all the way up. So you're pretty much on the verge of dying at that point. You can make it out back out of the radiation zone, but I've seemed to have opted a couple times for just dying here instead and respawning with no radiation poisoning and doing it all over again to fill up the inventory on this ornithopter. I feel like I was staying in it. Really should get up out of here. Alright, bro. Who's the... I guess that would be the time to get killed. It almost respawned me all the way back in the beginning area. That's crazy. That's crazy. That's legit crazy. You see what I said though? Radiation poisoning got a reset. We're just not gonna scan it. So there's no line there. It's not taking anything. Alright, I'm out. I just died, but that was quick, yeah. Your chance of survival are very slim. So you need to, the moment you're about to get poisoned, you need to get up out of there. in case anybody starts, what is it, mining for the resources, you know. That position is still open, you know. There's no I in team, but there's a me, you know what I mean? It's the only member, you know. Well, actually, not that is Jay. There, Shahulu. Is that just a gust of wind? That seemed like a little bit more than a gust of wind to me. Is it really gonna be parked like that? Alright. Poisoned again already. Bridge is full. So might as well wait right here. Party radiation poison. Alright, there we go. It's like, because there's no point to start flying. I'm gonna lose the ornithopter on the same. We ain't doing that. I'll tell you that right now. This motherfucker, it's just you here. So you can catch this fucking sword. Get right. Matter of fact. Also, what the fuck am I holding? Oh, this is the butt extractor? This shark big as shit. Let's get the hell out of here. Stand around and shit. Our inventory a little light there. We could visit the wreck over here. We haven't visited one of those yet. We have not visited one of those yet. But I feel like we should have the iodine pills when we do that, so we can actually explore the journey without trying to rush through it to find if I'm gonna find something good or not. At least for the first time, anyway. After the first time, just keep running. You don't need to watch all them cutscenes again. They was trying to have us watch the opening like 3 times today. Look at these dudes. Look at these dudes. Having to do the Fremen walk across all these drinks? Crazy. this one dive will make it all the way back to base. Check this out, check this out. Oh wait, I keep forgetting the damn assault copter is sitting in the damn way. Because we haven't made the correct helipad size enclosed for that joint yet. We made something without having space for it. What are we doing? Doing things backwards. We're supposed to make the space first. Then fill it in. Because you know you're going to get it. We're going to do it anyway. Of course, that makes sense. Of course, of course. But of course. But of course. Only 18 of them, bruh? 18 of them? Oh, wait. That's from the Jasminium I had in my pocket. Whew. Somebody's about to be catching some hands. Somebody was about to be catching some hands. 156. Now that makes a lot more sense. It's like 171. I'm carrying. Did I carry the corpse? Didn't carry the corpse. Alright. It's not in the buggy. Damn, I didn't pick up the corpse. That's crazy. That's crazy. What? It's this back. We still have parts in our pocket. I can find some salvage laying around somewhere. Instead of going back again. We need to get moving. Except, we're going the wrong way. Unless we do the mission over here first. We need to get that either right. We need to go the opposite direction. Go the other way. You thought I was going to stop, didn't you? Probably thought it was going to be a... Well, now that we're going the other way, we might as well stop, right? Nah, not this time around. That's kind of cool. Okay. Okay. Well, there's nothing in that joint. Alright. Looks like a vehicle joint. Bless the maker and his mortar. Will we see Shai Hulu today? Will he grace us upon the suns? Maybe not. He'll be a breakdancer. Does that count as BMX? It's not BMX if it's an accident. Oh, word. I can do that. You know, I just choose not to do it. You know what I mean? Of course, right? That's how they do it, right? This shit broken? Bruh. Bruh. Can I make a tool? Bruh. So I can make the wire, but I can't make the tool. Bruh. Alright, bruh. Alright, bruh. In case all of a sudden some storm shows up. Let's put that joint underneath somebody's building. It's actually a blow. Head back. After all, fling your buggy off a cliff also isn't BMX. Come on, that's like a ramp, you know? A natural ramp. I found that in nature. It's a ramp, right? It's a cliff with obstacles. Which makes it like a high performer ramp, you know? Only advanced users only type shit. Like there's a sign that says no amateur skaters allowed. You know what I mean? Except it's with the buggy. Going straight down. You're not getting in the air. Alright. You know, my center of mass is too much for Arrakis. Wait. It was in there. It's an MK5. I can't even make an MK3. Because I ain't got no paste. But that's comical. It's actually comical. That's actually comical. Very comical. I can't make what I need because I need what I've been trying to get, but I need this to get it. And I need this to repair my beard. So I don't lose my beard. I'm gonna drop this out right here. Why is there ammo in there? Just leave it for right now. Usually I would organize that, but I ain't trying to do that shit right now. I'm trying to BMX my buggy on the way to these quests. Yeah, that moon is looking A1. I like how it moves when you move. It just gets farther and farther away. It looks close as shit when you're towards the ground. Once you get in the air, you realize, oh shit, it's far as fuck. But there's nothing really happening with that moon. Like it doesn't seem to move or anything. Damn, still hit it anyway. Back to our actual mission here. Sound like Shakalu was going after somebody. Alright, we got some air. No tricks though. It's not exactly what we're trying to do. We'll get there in like 2 to 3 business days. Right. I'd go for a taco right now. I made some curry goat yesterday. The flavor is powerful, to say the least. That shit is falling off the bone. First is a little stiff, you know. Getting that nice good color on it. You know, cook it down in some wine. A little bit of fragrance, you know, some garlic, some onions. What? Oh, double thumbs up. Clap, clap. I need some maize flour, so I can make some tortillas. We could have made that. If we kept at the pace, we probably could have made that. Not at this slow pace. We ain't doing shit. Trying to. That space is too wide for this buggy. Could have easily fell to that. Fell down to that. I mean, I guess it wouldn't have really mattered because we do need to go down there. You need a whole lot of things, and you're not getting it because you've been killed already. Geronimo. Oh, we're not going as far as I thought it was. It's either right all around here. It is an extraction facility, so it should be a place to mine. I'd say it's a little bit lower though. Yeah, there it is. Got him. Got him. Oh. Don't got him. Hold on. Hold on a second. We got you. Oh, come on, bro. But he was in the suspension. Thought he was maimed. Got him. Combo. Somebody else? Just killed 3. Didn't even know there was a 4th. But what am I doing? But like I was saying, curry goat, right? Had to go and cook down some wine for like by like hour number 4, it was all ready. Hour number 5, we finally cut that thing off. That sauce is thickened. It's looking, well, first of all, it was looking delicious. I had some last night, but it was looking way better than that sauce thickened as it cooled. You're sharing your culinary secrets. Me? No. That's just tips, you know, for the people. I'm not telling you how much wine you need to use and, you know, how much you need to put in and, you know, what you need to season it with and all that. Not yet, anyway. We haven't gotten that far. But this shit looks crazy. This looks even worse than us using the little extractor. Look like a maniac using that giant. Let me just pull out my fucking Gatling gun size extractor. They extracted one whole arm. That's what it looked like. For efficiency. Nobody will be mad. You can say how much you used to. You can say how much to use to. Comical. No. But I need to make some naan bread and debone some of that and just put that in the naan bread. Now we could all be learning together. The Coriolis storm is in now. I think I'm gonna make some I wanna make some what's that shit called? Either some orange chicken or some General Tso chicken. And then also make some that's not what I want to use. All these fucking weapons look the same. Make like some tikka masala chicken. Also, once again, not my expertise area. You know what I'm saying? We just dabble a little bit. We learn a little bit. We learn as we go. We share some tips here and there. Of course. We got some pictures and some video to post. The only thing about posting is the editing. Who wants to do all that shit? Those who want to share do, right? Come on now. Realized that one was up there. I wouldn't have ran back to the buggy. Where can I get up? Bro. What? Why is it doing it from that side when I can't see over there? Yo, my pack was broken. Damn, son. Damn, son. And I don't think this pack can handle using this device, if I remember correctly. Like, it legit can't handle the power output. I'm saying? Can't even handle the power output. Can't even finish a rock. We shouldn't be doing this anyway, because we knew we weren't going to be able to last very long with the equipment we had. But we need this damn etherite so that we can fucking repair it. It's crazy. Damn, son. Damn, son, that's how you feel? Okay. Alright. 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 Cool. I see how you feel. What I miss? Like some booty cheeks. Yeah, motherfucker. And you missed again. Get back with me. What do you mean backpack full? You have to empty something out. Something's going to go. Oh, take him with us. Right where? And also, or just shot at me. Man, I just did that on purpose. You know, I just want you to know that. I did that on purpose. Psych. Missed all them shots, buddy. Like some booty cheeks. Where's your aiming at? Oh, we got something over here, though. What's good right here? What you got here? Right, I didn't take damage for that. Crazy. I was trying to get in the vehicle. Like some cool person. He wasn't trying to let me be cool. I ran him over, bruh. Driver's seat. That's where you belong. Of course. Yeah, talking about food though made me hungry. It's been a while since I did some curry chicken too, so I might do some curry chicken in a couple weeks or something. Some curry chicken, curry goat. This time around, the last batch wasn't as good. It wasn't as strong or flavorful. Last batch was okay. It was okay. It didn't break down the same way. The only problem I don't like about buying the frozen goat cubes from Thomas Foods is it just never seems like it's enough meat on the bones. I know it is, but it just never seems like it's enough. It says one serving, right? It's 2 pieces. You hear me? 2 pieces. It's 2 cubes. 2 pieces. And they say that's I think like 8 grams of fat and like 30 grams of protein. 2 cubes. That's a lot in 2 cubes. That gets you more than chicken. That gets you more than salmon in a 6-ounce piece. Those 2 cubes ain't, I don't think those are 6 ounces. That's a pretty good amount of protein, but a low fat content. It's pretty good. Just in terms of nutrition wise. The wine, I've had that laying around. You know, they say a cup a day is okay. So what about if I use a You know what I'm saying? For the sauce. Does it still count? Is it still the same way? What's happening? Put it away? What happened? This cutlery be taking like no damage. Look at that, some etherite right there. Nice. Ooh. So cut it for me? I wasn't close enough. Now, speaking of food, right? It's like I said, I'm getting hungry. Talking about food makes me hungry. I'm happy talking about food. Yeah. Of course we read books, of course. We read books. Now, you know, we're not sponsored or anything. But, you know, we fuck with King Arthur. You know, somebody blessed us with this book. So, you know, we thank them. But, we don't remember recipe for naan bread off the top of the dome. Anyway. Now, I'm not saying this is the best recipe or anything. This is just the recipe. I'm going to use it. Tune board. Probably flatbread. I feel like it's gotta be near here, right? Scallion pancakes actually sounds good. I don't know why. But it actually sounds good. I don't believe it does. I don't believe it's good. But it sounds good. You know? Scallion pancakes. Like, what is this it? Or is it this something else? No, this is naan bread. See, I might need to make some pita bread for real though. But here is these gnawing it up. I'm saying it's got a small little recipe here. Small little. So we got flour, we got bread flour, we got salt, we got instant yeast. Now, I don't know if y'all heard my spiel before about yeast, but I got that sourdough starter. And I've essentially replaced when it says yeast on anything with sourdough starter and just kind of made it work. Now, I'm probably going to try to see if I can do that shit with this. I should be able to, give or take. But it's going to be interesting trying to figure it out because it says 4.5 grams, which is a teaspoon and a half of instant yeast. And yeah, I know that was part of the recipe, but we're not getting no other parts of the recipe other than names. But you know, unless you happen to somehow have seen the page and somehow read some things or something like that. Nah. We're not showing off the book and you know what I'm saying? That would be nah, I don't think that would be anything. Just what we're looking at, right? You know what I mean? But I might have to use like a couple couple 100 grams or something of sourdough starter probably to get the same level of yeastiness. Only thing is, like, when you use sourdough starter in replacement of yeast, dried yeast, or instant yeast, you have to worry about timing instead of like being able to just go with it. It says this recipe is about 2 hours, but I'm probably gonna. It's probably gonna be about like 3 hours, 4 hours for me if I use the sourdough starter. For real. I'm thinking it could be different, but I think that's most likely how it will go. We got water, sugar, full-fat Greek yogurt. I don't remember Greek yogurt being in my non-recipe before. But I'm definitely going to add garlic to this. They say ghee. They even give you a recipe to make ghee.
A large sandstorm is approaching.
Interesting. Yeah, we're not gonna be adding no yogurt in there. I mean, it doesn't sound like it'd be terrible, but I don't really see the purpose in the yogurt in there. Interesting. But anyway, yeah, we might make some naan. We got flour tortillas in there. Oh, from bread flour now. Nah. You gotta tell the people how to make that. Yeah, there you go. The maize tortillas. That's what they need to know. The people need to know. And it would be so easy to just order some on Amazon. But we haven't used Amazon since like January. Well, we did get like twice a package of chips off a subscription that should have been canceled a while ago. But we had canceled our account. So, I don't know why the subscription was still going. Lavash. It's Armenian. Kind of looks like pita bread. For real. This pita is puffed up for sure. Making this oven, is that what it is? Looks like an oven. We got flour, we got salt, we got sugar, we got instant yeast, we got water, we got olive oil. Time, about 2.5 hours. Could be in the oven or stovetop. We'll keep for like 2 days. 500 degrees. There you go. I'll let it rest for 15 minutes. Okay. How does that add up to 2 hours? See, this recipe to make the pita is similar to a recipe I had on how to make pizza. You can essentially make the pizza dough and get it ready for the oven like 30 minutes. This recipe is for pita, says 2 hours 15 minutes. I'm not entirely sure why it takes that much time, but we definitely can make it in like 20 minutes for real. She mixes everything. Well, not 20 minutes, but maybe like 30 minutes. Because it said let it rest for 15 minutes, and once you just make it into a dough, let it rest 15 minutes. Boom, you get the stove ready, or you get your oven ready. Throw that thing in there and keep it pushing. You're ready to eat in 5 minutes. That's why it's always good to have. It is good to have multiple hands in the kitchen if you can make the room work. If you have enough space for it. Sometimes you don't have enough space for all that. Having too many hands in the kitchen makes it claustrophobic. But if you got no space for all that, it works. People are doing different things. Like if you can Make the dough somewhere else, like on a table or something like that. Boom, boom. You got somebody at the stove. Toss them the joints. Boom, boom, boom. Good to go. Food is life. Food is love. It's great. That's why we shouldn't have no wars, you know? We got so much food out here to experience. Even worried about war. War and shenanigans. We got food out here. Come on, y'all, let's eat. Everything can be solved with food. Food and good music, right? 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 Should we go higher up the joint, or should we go to the lower side? What does our inventory actually look like? Only 564. It's nothing. This is the very bottom though. I feel like it's usually not etherite down here, unless it's in the extraction facility. Somewhere there though. Go ahead and prove me wrong. I won't be opposed to it. That was the fakest wink ever, or the worst wink ever. Tommy, can you even wink? Come on, guy. My dog winks better than that. Dude. Sir, I think your vehicle is smoking. Your vehicle, sir. There's black smoke coming from. Do you not see it, sir? See what? What did you say? I can't hear you. This isn't close enough. Oh. It's not close enough at all. We must get closer. Closer. Is this close enough? It is close enough. It worked. Alright. I agree that is poor efficiency. 126 is not the move. It's better than 80s. But 126 is only 46 more than 80. This works. Nice. Can I get a nice? I spotted that thing. I spotted that. Ooh, just what I thought was in there. Some ray amplifiers. And it was just one. Glad I got out of my vehicle just for that one. What would I have done? Found more? The driver was about to hit me. Pistol broke off like it was aimed straight for me. Final destination on the chart? Final destination in Dune? Just walking out in the sands. And then there's a sandworm. My goodness. I'm gonna go right off the map. Damn it. Where are we? Start shooting at me like that. I'm just flying up. I just want to be your friend. Come on now. I just want to be friends. Why can't we be friends? 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 question is, where did he come from? He spawned in behind me?
Found you.
I remember this one. He's playing this more north. We're actually giving me some problems. More, it seems. What the fuck? Oh, that was the family that was chasing me earlier. He's gonna kill me. You got nothing, buddy. Nothing you got is a one-way ticket to death.
Reveal yourself.
Not in there. Stop slicing me. Stop it. Please, stop attacking me. Please, stop attacking. I don't want to do this. You're forcing my hand. Clearing this joint like this was what I need to be doing. Need to be finding that shit. I don't remember if there was something over here or not. But this train ain't got no silencer. Motherfucker ain't noticed. It's like, buddy just lost 2 teammates. Didn't even realize till the last second it was already over by then. I guess they ain't had time to react. Bink, bink, bink. They heard them bullets though. One of them darts. That trying to sound like a gun. I don't care. I don't care what you say. It sound like a gun. Don't sound like you shoot no darts. That's for damn sure. Alright, that giant's gone, right? Good. Alright, so it's 6:30. What we're gonna do is we're actually gonna log out in the testing station. We're gonna get killed by some enemies, but at the top, so that we can take the doggos out, take care of them, get something to eat, because talking about that food really made us hungry, and yeah, so we might be back later, if not tomorrow. I guess the exit. Just hide behind the wall right here. And we good. For 30 seconds ain't nothing. We got the buggy in the rift, so we know that's not gonna get damaged from no storms or nothing. And should be alright. I don't think the Coriolis storm is really gonna affect the buggy down in the rift. Because you can't even tell the storm is really going on in the rift. So, but I guess we'll be fine now. Take some damage and something crazy happens, I guess it'd be a lesson learned. But until next time, I'll see you on the next one. Until the next one, this is the next one. If you haven't already, hit that follow button, hit that bell notification icon so you can stay up to date when we go live. Thank you for joining the stream today.